Hey, hey.
Hello.
Here we are.
What's up?
Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to be part of this October 2025 roundtable. My name is Ian with Stick Drummer Magazine, and Jeff Grindsford down below with Stick Drummer Magazine. And we're pretty excited to have another killer fucking lineup with you guys tonight. We got Dobber Beverly, we got Kevin Boutot, we got Mateo Johnson, and Cody Davidson. So thank you guys for joining. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. I finally got a stable connection, so we could actually go live in my fucking car of all places. Oh, can we swear on this? I don't.
No, you're out.
No,
we can't.
Darn it.
I'm just checking Twitch and making sure we're up and running.
It'd be funny if you cut out right when you said that.
Oh man. Is it going smooth though? Is it like is my screen looking like a 8-bit?
No, that's
character? Cool.
Looks like you're getting pulled over, actually. So,
It does.
I mean,
what's going on with Kevin?
Man, cops are after me right now on the run. I have a speeding ticket I didn't pay. They finally got me.
Well, Kevin may or not be with us for the entirety of the interview.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I will be in police custody
All
for
right.
parking on pavement.
Nice. Well, let's just jump right in. I know Dobber's done one of these before, so he kind of knows what happens. I'd like to start it off with going around, and I'd like to have everybody just kind of give a little bit of info on your history and music, going back to as early as you can go when you're a kid in the household growing up. What were you exposed to? You know, what kind of music was in the house? Was it friends? Was it parents? And then, you know, what led you into music? What age? That kind of thing. And I guess before you go away, Kevin, let's just start here with you. And if anybody doesn't know, that'd be pretty astounding. But Kevin Boutot, you may know from his work with Acacia Strain and more recently bands like Atomic Rule and Dry Kill Logic. So, Kevin, take it away and just take us back, man. No hurry. Take your time and just where'd it come from, man? Where'd it come from?
It all came from my father played drums. So all his bands when I was growing up, they would always practice in my basement. And my first memories are sitting on those basement stairs and just watching him play and seeing the movements, seeing where his, you know, what's hitting what makes the noises. So I kind of studied all that and figured it out. And he gave me my first drum kit when I was 4. And before that, it was pots and pans and, you know, plastic bowls on the floor watching Exit Stage Left VHS over and over. And the Live After Death Iron Maiden VHS over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to do mimic what they were doing. And it started when I was 4. One of my other earliest memories with that drum kit in particular was trying to see how durable the drum heads were. And I remember taking a little hammer and putting it through the floor tom. And my dad was like, yeah, no floor time for you for a while. We'll teach you a lesson. And so musically, my dad was a metalhead. So Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Queensryche, you know, you name it. He had quite a extensive collection of vinyl, CDs, cassettes. But Rush was his all-time, you know, ultimate favorite band. So that was like a religion for me growing up. But yeah, I mean, I played drums all through, you know, from 4 up until when I got to high school. I joined, I guess, a real band, and it was just me and 2 of my friends playing Slayer and Metallica covers in my garage. So that was like my first band. I don't even remember what the name was for that.
Uber.
But it was called Uber. Yeah, so everybody watching this, I'm in my car because where my practice space is, the Wi-Fi wasn't working very well, so I had to come outside. Now I'm waiting for my passenger to come out. They're taking a really long time. About to get that free like $10 for the missed ride. So yeah, first band, Slayer Metallica covers. My first show ever was with them, and we just so happened to be at a show where a band I ended up joining in the future called 1,000 Falling Skies was playing. And the 3 of us were there, and they're like, dude, you guys should play some songs. And we're like, okay. So we played it was Angel of Death, Raining Blood, yeah, what Metallica? Justice for All, of course. It was like 10 minutes long, so I think we only played those 3 songs. That was my first show. I was nervous as shit. There was maybe 20 people there, but still, I was like shaking in my boots. So yeah,
No.
We'll give it a second here and see.
How
I'll throw
long
some more
till he
comments up.
realizes?
There's some other comments here that don't have to do with Kevin while he was talking, so I didn't want to put them up, but we'll just wait. Kevin's having a little bit of connecting issues. He's in a car. He was in his jam hall. He's trying to find somewhere, somewhere he can hang out for this. If he has to drive somewhere else, he'll be back. But that's cool. Brennan Shackelford, what's up? He is in chat. Thanks for stopping in.
Fuck yeah.
And Philippe Roa.
Okay, I just played with him in Germany.
With Brennan?
Yeah, Germany, Denmark. I don't remember. I played so many places in Europe last 2 months.
Brodequin?
Yeah, they played right after. It was us and then Gorgasm right after that.
There he is. Yo, dude. Gorgasm. So you got to see Thomas back in the band after 20
Oh, yeah, that was sick,
years.
man.
That's pretty awesome.
I've seen Gorgasm, quite a few times.
Nice. Well, let's just go to you then, Mateo. Why don't you do the same thing? Kind of take us back. And when Kevin hops back in, wait a minute.
aha! I'm back.
Do you have a different vape?
The same one. I just bought this on the way here. They were very low on stock, so I saw Mango Tango, and I was like, sure. Let me get the Mango Tango. I don't fuck with any of the... Oh, sorry.
God,
I don't
the
mess
mouth
with
of
any
this
of
guy.
I don't
So
mess
you
with
were-
any like the ice flavors or anything. But all
And
right, so
Justice
let's get back to the store.
And Justice for
Yeah.
All.
Yeah, we were playing. We played Angel of Death, Raining Blood, and Justice for All. Played those 3 songs. First show ever. Been playing in front of people. There's maybe 20 people there. I don't know if everybody heard this part already, but I'll say it again. I was scared shitless to play, but I did it, and I was like, all right, cool. Well, now I know I can play shows. Because that was always I feel like everyone before you play your first show is like, oh, fucking, can I do this? Like, if I mess up, I'm going to, everybody's going to think I'm terrible and never want me to play again. All the anxieties that come along with it. But, yeah, played that show. And then later on, I ended up joining this band, a local band from my hometown in Connecticut called Among Shattered Dreams.
Oh no.
God, he takes a while in between words, huh?
Camera shy.
I feel bad for him, man.
He took a new public speaking class. It's it's a part of the method.
All right. I'm just going to boot him out of here. Cool. Sorry, guys. Shit happens. What's up, Sarge? Welcome. So, Mateo, we'll jump to you real quick. And then when Kevin gets situated, he can kind of finish. I'm going to kick him from the studio just so he knows. All right, cool. So, yeah. Mateo, you may know him from his recent work with Pyrexia and GORGATRON, also a couple other projects, Rottenness and Triple Deke. But, yeah, go ahead, take us back. Where did it start for you, and how did it all come about, and what made you want to be a musician?
It's kind of just like my mom got me into music. She was really into Rush and Black Sabbath and like Fleetwood Mac. I'm not really a big fan of them, but she loves them. Beatles and Van Halen. So that's kind of where it all started. No one in my family is like a musician, really. There's a few people, but my brother, he ended up like starting to try to play drums and play guitar. So I kind of just followed suit. I wanted to be like my older brother. So that's I just started playing drums, and then eventually was better than him within like a year or two. So we just like formed a band, and along that was like my best friend, Xander. I've been in several bands with him. We kind of just all formed a band, and it was called Split Soil when I was like 13, maybe 14 years old. And then after that I had known the guys that were, 7, 8 years older than me. And then that was out of high school. So I kind of just jumped into GORGATRON when I was like 19 years old. Didn't really know a whole lot of like music theory or anything like that. And the guitar player that at the time like taught me a lot, just like playing in weird time signatures, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of learned more when I was like almost 20 years old than I ever did when I was a kid. And then, I've been in GORGATRON since 2007, and then just filling in for other bands along the way. And that's kind of how I got all my, like the stuff with Pyrexia, and I, just knowing people throughout being in the metal scene and all that. But like, I guess what made me want to play metal drums was seeing Hate Eternal for the first time in like 2002. I went to the show as a Hatebreed fan, and I left before they even played because I saw Derek Roddy, playing drums, and was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I want to play drums that fast. That was kind of where that started, and just got obsessed with Hate Eternal and Nile and Origin, and those were like the bands that I really just tried to mimic. Anyways, Cephalic Carnage too. Was really into that. Just fast drumming. I was obsessed with that from the time I was 13 until now. But then later on, I stepped back and started doing like rock and roll and easier stuff.
Speaking of Derek.
How's it going, Dave?
Hey, man.
Yeah, I've always just been like fascinated with Derek Roddy's playing, and same with Longstreth and Sean Reinhardt, all those dudes. Like, I don't know.
What about when you were younger? You mentioned Rush and Fleetwood Mac. What about from back in those times? Were there any drummers that stood out to you back then before you learned about Hate Eternal, like when you were a kid?
I mean, now that I'm older and I'm like more comfortable with all that material, like Alex Van Halen, obviously Neil Peart and John Bonham, all that stuff. Without John Bonham, there would be no, the Rosanna Shuffle. So that's thinking a very important drum beat for, every drummer should know the Rosanna Shuffle. Not know how to play it because nobody plays it like Jeff Porcaro, but
there's so many. I call it the 3 Ps. You got Porcaro, Portnoy, and well, he should be last, but Purdy, of course, first.
Yeah.
Then Porcaro, then Portnoy, and I've been playing that song a lot lately on my Twitch stream when I play it, and I just take like a mix of the three of them and I do my own version because, quite honestly, I can't do it like Purdy, and I don't know many people that can.
No,
but
there's an old YouTube video of Jeff Porcaro like breaking down that beat.
He's back.
He's back.
I'm back, baby. They're after me.
Coming
Probably
from
5 minutes from this place.
an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
Yes. Anybody asked? I was not near North Albany Studios in Albany, New York. I was not over there. No way. And I am not heading to. Never mind. I can't say it. Can't say it anyway. It's top secret.
Right.
But I just got. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm a real estate agent also. I just put a new listing on the market, and it's completely vacant, but their Wi-Fi is sick. So I'm gonna go there.
All right. Cool. Turn your thing sideways when you get there.
Oh yeah, shit. Here we go. I can do it now. I'm prepared.
Well, we just had Mateo jump in. Let's wait till you're secure and you can finish up your monologue.
But yes, I don't know, dude. I talk way too much sometimes, man. You guys can tell me to cut it down or whatever. Whatever.
No, dude, it's fine.
Hey, you told me to go through quite a bit of history, so I was trying to give the people what they want,
No, that's exactly what we like. This is what this is for. So now you're driving, and it's actually better.
Yeah. It's...
Oh no!
When did you expect that?
Oh,
LTE. Wow, something crazy.
Damn. So yeah, real quick, Mateo, is there anything else you wanted to say?
Wow, that was good, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of just here to listen to the stories more or less. But yeah, I don't know. Just I love a lot of drumming, a lot of drummers. I don't know. I love Van Halen a lot. That's all I pretty much listen to. That and Rush. That's been like that for the last 5 years. But I've been jamming a lot of after doing this recent tour with like Origin and Atheist, we were cranking a lot of black metal and like Thin Lizzy every night. So
Mhm.
I don't know. That was a really like bucket list tour for me because I've always been like a huge Longstreth fan, and he's kind of always been like he's helped me out a lot through like giving me tips. You know, I've taken lessons from him, and it's like almost like a mentor type figure. So that was a sick ass tour, and it was, you know, I did a whole month in Europe with Pyrexia, went to Italy for 10 days, and then did a whole nother tour in Europe. And it's like a pretty good test of like, you know, mental health. See if I could do 9 weeks in Europe away from home, but got through it. And now I leave for tour in like 3 weeks, doing
Nice.
Pyrexia and GORGATRON back to back, opening for Crisian. So it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I saw that. It was dope.
Nice.
I love Christian.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked. I just saw them at MDF.
Max is a badass.
Yeah.
Hey,
How
Kevin,
much-
Kevin,
how
your aunt's in here. Cindy,
How much
hi,
sermon
Anthony.
material?
go ahead, Dobber.
I was asking Mateo, how much sermon material are you guys playing?
We got a couple. I'm trying to get more, but there's, you know, they're pushing the new record. Alex Cohn did the drums on that years ago. They just kind of they finally got it re-released, and it sound, you know, they got it remastered and all that. Yeah, I guess it didn't get really like a proper release. That was before my time. But yeah, I'm trying, man. What do you want to hear?
God, demigod,
Oh, okay.
uncreation.
See, I'm pushing for Inhumanity.
I mean, any of it.
Anything off that record, yeah. I mean,
Any of it's cool. Yeah, I saw last time I saw Pyrexia, Doug Bone was playing with them.
oh man, that was a long
Wow.
time ago.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I mean, I've known Chris and those dudes for a long ass time. So
Cool.
Another Texas boy.
Did you play in Rottness ever? Or did you ever
No.
do like you never did a fill-in tour? Okay. I
No.
thought Halil's
no, fucking Halil. Yeah,
Viho.
yeah. I showed up. I landed in Switzerland, and my buddy, you might know Zdenek from Godless Truth.
Oh dude, I fucking love him. He
So-
drove us
Yeah,
for 6 weeks in Europe, and then he just drove Pyrex. Yeah, I love the Z man. He's
So
the best
Zdenek
driver.
he's
Yeah.
one of my best friends. Like,
Yeah, dude, he's the shit. I love Zdanek.
He picked me up at in Lucerne probably 12, 13 years ago. And
Okay.
he opened the door and he just said, "Fucking Yalil," and that's where that entire the relationship started.
Oh,
Was
okay. So you know the famous "Bro, we need to have a beer after we play."
Oh God, yeah, I got
Yeah,
videos. I
got
got videos
Mullen
of him
drinking
singing
beer.
typo negative songs and shit.
Yeah. See, I always sat up front with him, and then we would just jam new metal. He loves like Seven Dust,
Yeah,
so we would just crank Seven Dust all day. It was sick.
Yeah, he drove for Oceans of Slumber, and we toured with My Dying Bride a bunch of years ago, and he'd always been a big fan of like singing, you know, not just like death metal vocals.
Yeah.
And so I mean, like I said, I occasionally get the sad text from him like, "I'll never see you in person again, bro. And I miss you, brother." And I'm all like, "Dude, I'll be over there this year." Like, come on, man. This ain't the end of the world.
Yeah, it was cool to see him again. The last time I saw him, we were playing Japan, and he surprised us and just showed up. And he was with his whole family. It was like they were like running down the street because he said he was there. We're like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah, he fucking
What's up?
loves Japan. Like, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
craziest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did 7 weeks with me and Enslaved
Oh man,
during the winter of like 2016 or 2018 or something, and it was like the most brutal shit in the world.
that's one band I have not seen that I would love to see.
Yeah, they were doing Frost every night, and I mean, it was great. They're great guys. It was us, Neabla Vascaris, and Enslaved. It was cool.
nice.
Right on, right on.
So Dan Presslin every night.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. I mean, Dan's a
That
great
dude's-
dude.
he's amazing to watch play. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a good drummer.
Solid as fuck.
Good drummer.
Blast beat drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a fucking workhorse when it comes to that. Like that's fucking, it's almost unparalleled. It's pretty fucking cool.
He's got those cool blast beats that like go on the rack toms too. Like I always thought that was really cool.
Yeah. He's just a fucking gnarly dude. We were in France one day during a sound check, and he was on the side of the stage, and he started trying to like press me on some shit, and I had to go ahead and let loose on that. So
yeah,
I was like, yeah, okay. He's but on top of beyond him being a crazy good drummer, he's also just a fucking really nice dude.
cool.
Well, hell, let's go to you then, real quick. Then, Dobber. I know you've done this before. I apologize for any repetition, but for those who have not seen, the previous interview, let's take it back and tell it where it started for you. And if you guys don't know, Dobber, you are fucking not living the right life. Oceans of Slumber, Necrofier, Insect Warfare, one of my favorites. Infernal Dominion, Malignant Altar, Viral Load, War Master, and Terror Corpse, among others. So fucking thanks for coming back on here again, and not to be a dick to anybody else, but you're still one of my all-time favorite drummers, man. And I'm stoked to have you on here again.
Well,
there was a ton of comments early on. It was like Dobber, and I didn't want to put them up. So you got a lot of support here in the chat.
The checks are in the mail, guys. So there's no accounting for taste.
Well, let's if you wouldn't mind, take us back. Tell us a little bit about where it started and where it came from for you.
It's probably the same as each one of these cats, is a limitation on availability. That's how I started drumming. They didn't need guitar players, so they were like, we need a drummer. And I told them I could learn how to play drums. So then I joined Viral Load. Like, that's pretty much just how it happened. I had a cousin that played for Dangerous Toys briefly, and he had a really crazy drum set, and I thought that was neat. The biggest thing for me is I think I saw Doc on the first Death Across America tour. And Monstrosity was on that. So you got Lee Harrison and you've got Doc, and I saw Doc and I was like, oh fuck, like I want to play drums. And then around the same time I had a hard and heavy VHS that had Chris Contos playing on it from Machine Head for Davidian. And so I sat on like the coffee table in my dad's house. I'm from like way out in the country, so I had no business knowing about any of this shit. So I got the VHS tape and I watched it, and it had like who is it? Wargasm, that old fucking East Coast band. Crazy good drummer in that band. And then it had Machine Head on it, and I was just like, man, what the fuck? And like, I was a guitar player, and so I was like, fuck, man. And I'd start like beating my feet on the floor and wearing myself out. And then I got on a drum set just because Sean Whitaker in Viral Load, I went to a show. They were opening for Gorguts and Oppressor. And it was Gorguts, Obscura, and Oppressor was just doing whatever the record was after Agony, Elements of Corrosion, something like that. So it was like it was around the time of the big tech change in death metal, which I've been doing this long enough that I got to see a lot of cool fucking changes, like Wicked Innocence and Cephalic Carnage bringing the hyperblast into like death and death grind. Same time as Cataclysm with Temple of Knowledge, and Nick was doing the same shit, like super crazy fucking blast beats. And so, around all that time, I was learning how to play. Sean had like, we don't need a guitar player, bro. We need a drummer. Can you play drums? And I said, yeah, I can figure that out. Yeah, instant karma. Yeah. And which is a club in Houston. The friend is on here talking about it.
Mhm.
And so what happened was that I'd basically studied Sermon of Mockery with Mike's playing because he's like fucking incredible. That's still an incredible performance on that record. I studied Sermon of Mockery. Rob Belton, who was the first drummer for Dying Fetus,
Yep.
and then Doc and all that stuff. And I just kind of like basically brutishly powered through learning how to play the drums, and it like just basically just started immediately. I like kind of like catapulted through, and then one thing led to another, and I had fast feet, and the guys from Imprecation were starting a new band, and they asked me to come in and try out, and that was Infernal Dominion. And so then I started doing that, and we started doing a lot of stuff. Big shows back in the day, it was like 2000, so like shows were like 800 people for like our like local shows, and
Damn.
oh, it was massive. And then Infernal Dominion was like a pretty like up and like that would have like blown up had the members not been so fucking volatile. And around that time, Viral Load split, and Sean became Insidious Decrepancy due to his like ego bruising business that he had. And then I started once Infernal Dominion broke up, I started jamming in Brace for Nails, which is like a super techie, evil death metal band, which is unfortunately it didn't get around enough because somebody popped it up just recently. I don't think Cryptopsy was on that show. Jonathan from Texas. They could have been. Which I think back when I was I remember when None So Vile came out, I was about to track the first Infernal Dominion record, and I was like, man, if I could only have like the impact on playing like None So Vile did on me, and like still to this day, like that's one of the most unhinged, crazy fucking drum performances in the fucking world. And I just stumbled across, there's a rehearsal video from like 94 or whatever that has them playing that whole record. And it's the most fucking, it's the most amazing thing I've seen on fucking YouTube in 10 years. Like it's, if you love that record, which you should if you're a death metal person. And then after that, I joined Sect of Execration because Steve started singing for Infernal Dominion. And now all those records are on sale for $1 million and don't matter at all. So,
yeah. I just got to hang out 2 weeks ago with Flo and George at the same time, which was pretty mind-blowing. You know what I mean? Being one from Athens and one from, Quebec or Paris, or originally from France, to have them here in my town. I've met them both before, but to hang with them together was pretty awesome. And Flo crushed the shit out of the set, man.
Something really crazy about Flo is that out of all this stuff, like I just met that dude for the first time like a few months ago. It's something. Really? What is that? Oh yeah.
Kevin's like a fucking whack-a-mole.
And so then so after all that stuff, I kind of just got fed up with everything, and I quit playing for about a year. And Bo, my good friend Bo, hit me up, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you want to play in a grindcore band?" And I was just like, like, sure. Grindcore is just sloppy, and I never thought much of it. Obviously, I was just being fucking hard-headed about the stuff. And then we played our first show within like 2 or 3 weeks of me joining the band. I re-recorded a fucking EP, and it like blew up from there. But then what I did learn is that, this was 2006 or 5, is that I saw some of the best drummers in the absolute fucking world in grindcore. And I know how segregated all the systems are. It's like no death metal, no black metal, like nobody, most people aren't fucking cross genre. Mm-hmm. And so then I started playing with a lot of D-beat bands, and I started playing with a lot of fucking grindcore bands. I was like, holy shit, like these dudes are fucking lit, Bo played. Yeah, I know who all was in the bands, man. I mean, I'm
Kinda
looking at the little
really
chat
cracked
thing.
me up.
Yeah, and so then I'm like, after the insect warfare thing, I mean, during this whole time, I've been playing guitar before all this, and
So this just popped up. Might as well just throw it up on the screen. I don't know if there's anything to tell, but is there anything to tell?
What's the story on insect warfare?
Is there a story or?
The 20-year anniversary is next year. Once I start fielding astronomical offers for fucking festivals, I'll see if maybe anybody has it in their heart to like have a 20-year send off or something. The issue is that, I mean, mainly it's all like, I don't, the amount of work it would take to get back up to playing that shit is like a fucking job, you know?
Yeah.
I don't just sit around in that kind of world all the time. And it's like, even though I'm like blasting all the fucking time now, of course, but 30 minutes straight of fucking balls out shit. I mean, I'm 100 years old now. It's a little different for me. I mean, I would do it and I would get through it. I just would want to make sure that, Rahi he beat cancer, the singer. He had cancer treatment for that last year, and he's clear. So everybody's alive and healthy. We should do it while we can, but I doubt it'll happen.
Yeah, and on that, I don't mean to bring this down at all, but I'd like everybody collectively to just take a second in your head and maybe a moment of quick silence and give all your prayers and love and thought, anything you can right now for Nick Barker, who's going through some shit. Still, thought he was doing better, but he got some news the other day that was not good. And I just want to say much love to Nick.
Yeah,
and I hope everything works out.
For sure.
He's dealing with stage 5 kidney deterioration. I forget the exact term, but it's definitely not a good thing. So I just want to send love out to Nick from all of us.
I've got a couple of Nick Barker stories on top of him being the absolute one of my like a huge influence, obviously. Yeah. But he's a fucking funny dude, and even before we like knew each other when he was playing in Dimmuborger. My guitar player from Infernal Dominion and him were like best buds, like not pen pal buds, you know what I mean? Like back in the day, used to write each other. And so we would always get to hang out with those dudes, and it was pretty fucking cool. But he would go play shirtless back then, and people would talk shit. And he'd be sideways, and he'd be like, me tits might be out, but can they play blast beats like this? And that was his shit every fucking night.
He is a funny fucker.
Yeah. He's those fucking old footage of him like tracking and doing any of that stuff for those records is like he is a fucking animal.
It's amazing. The Puritanical record alone is just one of the greatest like drumming performances ever.
Oh God, In Defiance of Mankind. I mean, the fucking Old Man's Child record is
dude,
stupid.
Yeah. And with Cradle too.
I was gonna say the shit on Dusk and Her Embrace, those fills and shit, like that right there was like the one for me. Like that's what at the end of Haunted Shores or whatever that fucking track is with that drum solo on it. I was like, fucking A, man, like bring. I
always love the like tom fill on Funeral and Carpathian too, like right in the beginning. He does like really cool like. Yeah, the reason I use splash cymbals with fills is because of that guy. Like,
yeah, man, he does
all those cool his fills are amazing.
Well, I actually planned to message him today because we'd been talking a bunch or enough, and tell him my piece on it. Like if I haven't told him enough how much of a fucking an influence on me that he is, and so even if live he catches any of this shit, and it's all like from him, Chris Contos and him as a kid were like the biggest fucking influences, and and Nick and the fills. It's all like, please bring the fucking fills back to all this stuff. I want big giant fucking 6 tom fucking giant fucking fills.
Yeah, dude.
I don't want to assume. There's some comments in here about cancer, and I don't think it's cancer. Just so we're clear, I don't want to put that out there.
No, I don't think it's cancer either at all.
Yeah, it's just a kidney chronic kidney failure is what it's called. Stage 5 chronic kidney failure or CKF.
Yeah.
Either way, thank you for the kind words to everybody in chat. I appreciate it. Real quick, I want to jump to Cody because he hasn't said shit yet, and I feel bad. But Chris Contos messaged me last night because he saw you were appearing on here today, Dobber, and he's like, you got to ask Dobber about playing piano on the Forbidden record, the song called Flower of Life, Chaos by Design.
Yeah. He messaged me and asked me about putting something on there, and I like got home from the grocery store with the kids and shit, and I sent him a little demo thing, and I was like, something like this, you know, something with modulations that like led into the basically you're looking for tension, you know. And so I sent it to him, and he was like, "Holy shit! Like you just did that!" And I was like, "Yeah, man, yeah." That's what I do all this stuff for, so I can just do it all the time.
Absolutely. All right. I mean, there's more questions I want to ask you about piano and stuff like that, but we got time. So, Cody, let's hear from you, man. Thanks for joining us again. Huge fan of the band. You guys may know Cody from Sanguishuggabogg. I won't say Shug. I'll say Sug. Who has a new album dropping tomorrow, I believe is the date. Hideous Aftermath, which I've listened to a few songs on it, and it's fucking brutal. It's very different from the previous stuff, but not in a bad way, in a good way for me. It's very well put together. I got a peek of some of the Century Media stuff, and it's fucking dope. You may also have heard of some of his other projects, Crypt Hammer, Death Fetish, Dyskinesia, sorry. And he's also doing a couple, 2 and 1 man projects like Skag, Putrid Stew, and Gutting. So, again, thanks for joining us, and why don't you... first time being on here. Again, thank you for filming Paul from Campbell that one time for me.
Yeah,
that was hugely appreciated. But let's go back and tell us a bit about, where you come from musically, what kind of things were, in your face as a child, that kind of thing. What made you want to play drums? What kind of music we're exposed to? And go ahead, man, take it over. Thanks for being patient.
You're all good. I'm happy to be here. Like Dobber was saying, I became a drummer because of the shortage of drummers around me. I'm originally a guitar player. When I was 5 years old, my dad took me to see Dream Theater, and that kind of like set the tone for the rest of or like at least the first 10 years of my musical pursuit. But basically, my dad was a guitar player, and he was one of his best friends was Godfather Steve Travis, and he went to MIT, but at the time it was called GIT. It's before they made that distinguishing, or I don't know. Before I guess it turned into MIT, a more broad thing. But
Right.
his teacher was Paul Gilbert. So
Damn.
my dad was not necessarily the shredder, but he had a big affinity for all the shred guitar and all the, all the guitar greats and stuff. And so when I was, a little baby, I would go hang out with them at the rehearsal space, and Steve would be playing, and like, stories from my dad was like I would like go up to the guitar cabinet and kind of touch it, and then look over at them and be like, what the fuck's going on? Because I can hear something coming from here. And there's like this visual thing that's, this correlation. So I was very interested in the guitar early on. And then my dad bought me my first guitar when I was 5 years old. And it's actually this guitar right here on the wall. It's a Kramer. And so I started playing guitar. Even before then, my dad gave me this Epiphone Flying V that was like a 3/4 scale, and I have preschool photos of me playing guitar for my preschool graduation, or like for show and tell and stuff. And I had like a little suit on, like Angus Young kind of vibe, and I had big Timberlands on, and my dad brought me like a little pedal board, and so I've been playing guitar since I can remember. And my dad like put it in like drop D so I could try to learn some, just one finger stuff. And one of the first songs he showed me was Leonardo by Yngwie Malmsteen, which obviously all the solo parts, was ahead of my time. But one of the first riffs I ever learned was like just chuggy Yngwie Malmsteen riff. So um, when I was 7, my dad got me a 7-string guitar because we were both really into Corn. And so I've been playing guitar for a really long time. In my 4th grade talent show, I played Mr. Crowley and I played all the solos and stuff. For my 5th grade talent show, I played a Dream Theater song, Overture 1928. So I
Damn.
became pretty good at a very early age.
Isn't that
And
like 15 minutes long?
what'd you say?
Isn't that like 15 minutes long?
No, the Overture 1928 is like the first 5 minutes
Oh,
of,
it's a part of. Okay,
of like the Scenes from a Memory album. That's like more of like a concept thing. So it introduces like all the melodic motifs and stuff. But
Sorry to interrupt. I got to say that there's a couple comments here flying in about how fucking awesome of a dad move that was, taking you to that show. So yeah, kudos. Go ahead.
absolutely. Yeah, he passed away a few years ago, so I appreciate that.
Man. Sorry.
Yeah, for me, like starting out, it was all about hair metal and guitar playing, and I didn't really think about the drums too much. I also didn't really think about the vocals. Like any song that I love, I can sing the melody and I can hear the vocals, but I don't know what the fuck the lyrics are. I don't know why, but I've never been good at what the lyrics are. I never really paid too much attention about that, and it's probably also just because, since I was 4 or 5, my dad was like, guitar, guitar, and he was like making his own pedals and stuff. So that was mostly the focus. And then when I was about 12, I went to this like I was starting to get guitar lessons, not necessarily to play guitar, but to like understand music theory and stuff. And they had this program that was like a rock band program thing. So I enrolled in that, and I was like one of the last ones to join. So I was put in like the shittiest band, but I was like the best guitar player of all the 12-year-olds. So, we play like Hang On Sloopy and American Woman and stuff like that. And the guitar or the instructor of the rock band thing, he had like 5 or 6 different bands. So he was like, hey, like, this is the band you got to be in. But outside of this, I want you to meet this drummer. And, I want to see what you guys can do. So he took me to this drummer's house who was also 12. And he was like, where I was at guitar, but on drums. And then Rob McPherson, the instructor from the little rock band thing, he played bass, and he's like he's an incredible guitar player, incredible bass player. He comes from like, Cream, like 60s. He's got all that stuff so down pat. So it was really cool to like have this like 50-year-old seasoned cat playing bass, and then these two 12-year-olds trying to figure out like how we could. So, within the first day, we were just doing all these Hendrix covers and Ozzy covers, Iron Maiden. And then like I got to tell this 12-year-old drummer about Dream Theater because Systematic Chaos just came out. So this song called Dark Eternal Night was like my obsession. And, I had that 7-string guitar. So I was learning that riff and I was working on the solos and all this stuff. So I told him to learn it. So within like the first 4 or 5 months, we start playing like, bars down the street where there's like, it's a open mic or something, and we're playing Dark Eternal Night with no vocals, no keyboard, just guitar and drums, 8-minute long, epic. We played the whole thing. Then we're playing Rush songs, all instrumental, Ozzy, Bark of the Moon, Iron Maiden and stuff. So that's like my earliest history with it. And then at some point, we stopped hanging out and I moved. And when I moved, it was like 8th grade for me, and that's when like deathcore was like really fucking blowing up. So like Oceano, Acacia Strain, that was like all music that my friends were like really into, that like Suicide Silence that I was not really aware of. So and it was kind of stickler because like I had kind of proficiency obviously at a certain age where I would just go to Guitar Center and be that guy just to like see if I could find anybody else to play guitar with, and I never could really, So I was just so eager to meet like new musician friends and stuff. So I went to this band tryout for this deathcore band called Otis Driftwood from Dayton, Ohio. And within like I'm like 14, they're all 19, and within like the first 20 minutes, they're like, okay, well, you're gonna play guitar, and the current guitar player was like, I'm gonna go do vocals now, and we're gonna kick out our current vocalist because we don't really fuck with him. So, um, basically all of a sudden I became like a guitar player for this super like within like Dayton, Ohio's, this little tiny deathcore scene. It was like one of the cooler bands, and they kind of hadn't played shows in a while. And we wrote this new EP called Scrape the Sky, and that was my first recording experience. And I was doing like shred solos, doing breakdowns or like but like all melody and stuff. And I kind of like, they wanted me to kind of reinvent the band, but like I didn't know how to write songs yet, really. Like had just started writing songs on Power Tab when I was like 13, and then I started using Guitar Pro and stuff. So those first songs are pretty funny, but for a 14-year-old, I think they're pretty cool in hindsight, but like they were like the real sludgy, like gross deathcore type of stuff. So I don't know how well it was received, but anyways, our first show was their reunion show or something, or their comeback show after like a year of hiatus. And I was 14, and it was like almost sold out at the Attic in Dayton, Ohio, and that was like, I don't know,
I've
that was
been
like the coolest. Yeah, that was like the coolest, first experience in like this kind of metal scene. Because like I said, I come from hair metal and stuff, so like I was kind of just like not even into the harsh vocals or anything like that, and I would kind of clown on it for a long time. And then when I joined that band, I was like, okay, I kind of get it. It's like, and my favorite part was that everybody was doing original songs. So because obviously I did the cover band thing, and um, so, anyways, like because I joined that band, I started writing songs on guitar, and that's when I started using Guitar Pro. And then we were in and out of drummers, so that's kind of like why I started thinking about drums, is because I started writing songs for this band that didn't have a drummer. So then I would start programming on Guitar Pro, and I started writing all these songs on Guitar Pro, trying to find like a drummer. And then because of that, also just got interested in drums. Like even before that, like 2 years before that, I was playing Rock Band, and I was like, oh my god, like I never really, I got on the drum kit. And I was like, this is pretty cool. So I took that drum kit, and I would like try to play like these new deathcore songs I was studying to try to be in this band. And I had this like I used to race BMX, so I had these plaques. I wasn't that good, but I had like novice plaques that I duct taped to these clipboards, and mainly just because I had carpeted floors, so I now have hardwood floors. But at the time, they would make this sound. You know what I mean? So I'd be learning breakdowns. I'd be doing that kind of stuff, trying to learn these deathcore parts and stuff, and try to figure out these weird rhythms. And to this day, I can't even do like normal, like 4-note patterns. Like that's really hard for me because I've worked on trying to learn Bleed by Meshuggah for like 6 years before I ever played drums. Just trying to I can do that, but I can't really go like. It's really hard for me, So yeah.
You said the Attic. I'm sorry. You said the Attic. How long have you been in Dayton? Your whole life, or is that where you're from?
I'm born in Kettering, which is a suburb of Dayton, and I lived literally across the street from the Attic. So I would just.
Right. I'm a bit older than you, but I had some friends that went to Dayton, and we used to go there, college parties, and I've never seen shit like that before. That place was off. Was there also a bar called the Library? It's like 4 stories. Do you know?
The Library, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you talking about the library or the library?
I don't remember. I was hammered, but it was one of those two.
Well, I had a rehearsal spot called the
It
Live.
literally was 4 different floors, 4 different bars, bands playing on every fucking level. Big open middle, like an old Western saloon place. I don't know. It was crazy.
I know what you're talking about, and I've performed. Well, I've practiced there after it was closed down. I was too young to like go hang out there, but
Dude, they were having fires in the street with couches, and the houses are so close together there. They were like having running races across these fucking houses. I'm like, man, this
yeah.
place is crazy. Anyway, sorry. Just reminded me of that. I would have never
No,
thought
you're good.
about
You're good. Yeah, I mean that was obviously before my time, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I lived across the street from the attic during all those deathcore days. And you know, the band I was in, it was Driftwood. Their favorite fucking band was the Acacia Strain. So like, it's kind of hilarious to now be friends with you, Kevin, because you know, when I was 14, these 19-year-old dudes were drinking Four Loko, smoking blunts with me, and like convincing me that this was the heaviest, coolest fucking band of all fucking time. So yeah. But
Did they ever hear of
so,
Blood Has Been Shed by any chance?
what'd you say?
Did they ever hear of Blood Has Been Shed by any chance? Don't say
Yeah,
that was famous.
I've heard of them, and
Hmm.
you know, back then there was so many bands, especially on MySpace and YouTube, that I was getting exposed to that, you know, I don't remember all that much, but yeah.
Well,
But that's basically where most of the Acacia Strain stuff came from.
Oh,
Birthed from.
okay.
I haven't read much at all lately, Kevin, about, I saw an interview where you had talked about it was the best or hardest and easiest decision you've ever made.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know what that meant, but I'd like to ask you to talk about it for a second. I'll say also, to me, for the longest time, and still now, Acacia Strain to me is one of the heaviest fucking bands ever. That's just straight up. Not fast, not technical, just fucking brutally heavy in your face, and I love the band. So,
Yeah.
what
Well,
if you can talk about it?
I mean, I can. I'm going to keep it short, though. I've gotten really elaborate on it a few times, and it's a little hard to talk about. But basically, touring just started to become way too hard on my daughter, and she had said something to my mother one day when I was on tour that literally fucking shattered me to a million pieces. And my mom called me and told me that, and I literally made the decision in my head immediately.
Gotcha.
And then I spent the rest of that day just like sulking in the corner, and everybody was like, "Dude, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Can't talk about it. I'll tell you tomorrow." And then I told everybody the next day what was going on, and it was like, "Okay, I can't do this anymore. My baby girl needs me."
Fair.
So, yeah, I mean, it was no questions asked.
Well, that makes perfect sense where you say it was easiest.
Yeah, you can't have my little best friend in the entire world think that there's something else more important than her. So,
Well, you're a good man.
I had to hang it up. Well, the way it was with the Acacia Strain, like if I wanted to be like, "Hey guys, I'm not going to tour anymore," but I'll write and do all that kind of stuff. We were always a band where it was like, I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to like do it. And we did at one point have people in the band that would be writing stuff, and then other people toured, and it was just those guys, they're builders that made like, "Oh, I can't fucking. Well, you think I can't write a riff? Like, fuck you, I'm out of here then." So, I didn't want to put anybody in that position where they're touring, doing all the work, and I'm just sitting back. Here's the song you're gonna play. It just felt weird. So, yeah, I made a decision, stopped touring, and left the band ultimately because I didn't want to be just record records and have somebody else playing them, and it's just a weird dynamic.
Sure. Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. But yeah, now some months went by, and I don't think I picked up a pair of drumsticks since that last show. I think it was maybe 6 or 7 months. I didn't play my drums at all. And then Jason Bittner, that was fall. He lives like 2 towns over from me. We're good pals.
Yeah.
And I remember just seeing him on like some like Neil Peart like fan page on Facebook posting an old Tama Imperial Star kit that was like full. All the sizes were accurate, everything. I saw him posted for sale. I immediately texted him. I'm like, "Dude, why wouldn't you just reach out to me first?" Because we both have basically the same love for Rush and Neil. So went over to his house and picked it up. went back to my practice space that I hadn't gone into for like 7 months. There's like cobwebs and like, spiders everywhere. It was like a walking into like an abandoned house in a horror story, or in a horror movie. But yeah, I brought that there, set that up, and then just immediately just started playing Rush songs for like 2-3 months. It was fun because you play Rush covers on other stuff, but when you have like the kit that's literally everything you would need, it was fun. It was fun building it, finding all the little pieces and cowbell tree and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's how I got back into it, and then people just started reaching out like, "Hey, do you plan on like playing shows or anything?" I was like, "Sure. What are we doing?" So now I'm back into it a little bit, but
Cool.
no real touring, that's for sure.
Like
Just
I
little
said,
things here and there.
I have daughters, and I understand where you're coming from. So you're a good man. Brittner and I are really good friends as well, and he texted me, I don't know, a few months back. We haven't talked about it recently, but I don't know if he's told you, but there's someone else in that area that lives near you guys that has a full Neil Red kit. And he's like, you got to drive down. We'll go over. We'll fucking play it. I'm like, tell me where and when, dude. I will be there. So
yeah,
still waiting to hear about that one.
I
think it was the one.
I know what he's talking about.
I think it's the one that was out on that raft that floated in the lake or whatever on that famous image.
Yes, it's the Rosewood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
Thing's fucking so sick. It's so sick.
Well, let's do this here. Dobber, are you good, or are you gonna have to leave in like 20 minutes?
I'm good for right now.
Okay, real quick then, Kevin. Let's talk about this song. I'm gonna put a song up here. It's called Song 1.
Oh yes.
Atomic Rule.
Yep.
Do you want to maybe give a little preface real quick about how this came about for you, and then I'll play this song, and it's a 4-minute and 12-second song, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So song 1, out of nowhere, this past February, Andy Williams. We've been good friends forever. Like us and Every Time I Die. At least for Acacia Strain, we toured with that band Every Time I Die more times than any other band in more places in the world. Like we did Europe, Asia, Japan, and all the Southeast Asia places. Australia, Europe. Yeah, didn't I say Europe already? All over America, Canada. So we've been close friends for a while. And he asked me like, "Hey, are you, how much do you want to like? How much you've been playing lately? Do you want to play in a band? I have some songs I would really love for you to listen to." So he sent me a Dropbox that had like 5 songs in it. Song 1 just happened to be that was the first one on the list. And I listened to it, no drums, just guitars. And I was like, dude, I don't even need to hear this stuff first of all. Like, yes, I would love to be in a band with you, Andy. And yeah, song 1 ended up being the first song I heard, the first song we all got together to write, that we completed. Everybody put their 2 cents into. And then it came together. Man, we got together the first day we were jamming, and I think we had the song done and nailed down in like 4 or 5 hours. It was awesome. Just so organic and seamless and smooth. Everybody just clicked perfectly. So of course that just had to be the first song on the EP.
Hell yeah. We got a little super group going, man.
Travis from Eternal Sleep playing bass. He's awesome. And then James, he's the vocalist. He was one of the guys that tried out. Sent him an email with his vocals on one of the songs. And the 3 of them already had this going before I joined.
Right on.
I forget who was playing drums before. His name is escaping me. But he just ended up being like, "Yeah, I don't want to do it." And then Andy hit me up, and it's a nice breath of fresh air having another group of guys that could just click so easily.
Sure.
And all have the same ideas. Finish each other's like sentences basically when talking about a part. So it's nice. Yeah.
Well, good.
So
I'm happy
song 1.
Everything happens for a reason, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, and one other thing I want to say about Atomic Rule is like all my years in the Acacia Strain, double bass everything. I'm doing single kick. This isn't for everything. This band. Through that left pedal away in the closet.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, it's a nice little breath, another breath of fresh air to kind of relearn how to play a certain way. And my left foot the first when we were starting to write stuff, all the different little quick things I would do with my feet. My left foot would just naturally like twitch. I'd be like, oh wait, the note's not there. I gotta remember to kick my right foot a little bit more. But it's nice now though, when I got trying to play double bass stuff, like going to a Dracula Logic practice. I'm like, oh shit, my left leg's a little rusty. I gotta get it back. But yeah, it's nice. It's fun. It's a totally different feel and type of heavy that Acacia Train was.
Either way, it's all part of the ride. I mean, it's a moment in history, man, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm very happy with it.
All right, well, let's check it out. This song is called Song 1, 412. We'll be right back. And then we'll hear from Jeff. And if you got any questions, Jeff, you want to ask any of these guys about anything they've said so far, man, we'll see where we're at here in about 412.
What am I to like to see in a place
Sick as fuck. What was that band called? I haven't heard that yet.
Atomic Rule. We just put the EP out like 2 weeks ago.
Cool.
2 weeks
That's
ago.
cool, bro.
Nice.
I love
Nice.
it.
Fun.
Not only
Yeah.
do I
Also,
like
like the single kick, I tried with this band to be more handsy than Woody, I guess.
well, it worked because
Beatsy?
there's a lot going on there. You're pretty busy,
Yeah.
sir. I love
Mm.
it. The production's fucking amazing too. I really like it.
Yeah, who mixed that?
So we recorded it ourselves at singer James at his studio,
Yeah.
and then our friend Alex mixed it, and then I can't remember who mastered it.
It sounds
It was all done in Richmond.
it sounds hot, like like it was mastered pretty high. It sounds great. I'm listening, or I've got NS10s and PMCs that can pop back and forth on. I think the singer's really good, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, a
there's
lot of that ambient stuff you hear in the background too. It's just him doing harmonies.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not like there's no
killer.
like electronic programming or nothing like that. The dude's his voice is very dynamic. He can do all sorts of stuff. He's also a very sick guitar player.
It gave me kind of like, I don't know, like Birds of Prey, Cave In,
Yeah.
different kind of vibes. And
I'm hearing a lot
sonically,
of people saying Red Fang.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Which honestly, I've never listened to. If you put Red Fang on right now, I'd have no idea who it was.
Well, it
maybe
sounds
like vocally, like texturally, Red Fang, like musically, it's a lot more intense
Yeah.
than Red Fang
So
is.
for me, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but cool. All
I was
right.
kind
I
of
know the band name.
I was
It was
getting
a-
Gaza vibes from the drum beats and stuff, the odd time stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a killer.
There's we have other stuff. I think 4 more songs written that are. I mean, when you listen to the EP, the 3 songs don't. It's got the same, obviously, overall sound tone, but they're all just completely different vibes.
What's
Very different.
you broke up when you were saying what's the name of the band again?
Oh, Atomic Rule.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, we got everything's on streaming.
yeah, I'll throw that in the rotation. It was it's
Very
pretty
cool.
pretty pressing. It was cool.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
well put together. Devin was making me laugh there. That's funny.
Oh yeah, Devin. Sorry, man. I'm sorry to go so crazy on the kid. Tell your wife to I don't know, maybe put on mute or something next time you put a song on.
Angel
Trying to close
Coupe
plug
is
their
in the
ears.
chat too, by the way. I just wanted to mention, hey, Angel, thanks for Angel from Demolition Hammers.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
Check.
Angel rips.
He's a madman. Got to have you on one of these soon, my friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, there's a good too. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Jeff, you got any questions for anything that's happened so far? I don't want to fucking just have you not talk at all.
No, I don't really know what to contribute. I mean, everything is. I mean, it's cool hearing where all these guys started and everything, and what they're doing now, and it's cool. I mean, it's cool to be a part of this. I wanted to add the SDM to
Oh,
to I mean, kind of indicate who I am and why I'm here, because I'm sure everybody's like, who the fuck is that guy? Who's he play drums for?
everyone knows who you are.
I have no musical talent at all. I'm one of the videographers for Sick Drummers, so that's why I'm here. And, yeah,
And he also has a show called Vinyl Bang with Metal Nick, where they talk about vinyl.
Metal
with
Nick.
a bunch of cool guests, and
yeah.
it's pretty wild. I'm happy for you on that.
Yeah, a podcast solely focused on vinyl. As you can see behind me, I'm an avid vinyl collector. That's about the only musical talent that I have is collecting records. And actually, on Sunday we're having Mateo on the show. So ironically, that's
Oh no shit.
a little
Yeah.
plug. Yeah. We're Mateo's going to be on Vinyl Bang. Ian's shirt, our indecipherable death metal logo.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to show you something. Where is it? Keep talking.
Okay. Kevin, real
Yeah.
quick. Metal
Yes.
Nick wanted me to say hi.
My boy.
Metal
I've known
Nick
Nick.
is
Oh man, I've known him since my very first full US tour. So over 20 years now.
Yeah.
I've known that guy.
he's mentioned you many times.
Yep.
He wanted me to say what's up, and he wants to know if Atomic Rule was going to tour.
Okay, so Atomic Rule, we have 3 shows in November. I forget who else is on tour with Better Lovers, but it's whatever tour Better Lovers is doing. We're playing Jacksonville, Florida, I believe Athens, Georgia, and then we have our own headliner in Greensboro, South Carolina. And then we are playing the pre-show for Blissmas in Buffalo. I believe it's December 12th. We're headlining that one. And then there's another show in December. I can't say it yet because it hasn't been announced. That'll be in the Northeast. But as of right now, that's all we have. There are some things in 2026 that are already confirmed, but also it's not announced. I can't say anything about it.
Sure.
We'll say that when we go to Richmond before, there's a number of shows. The songs we have written, we're going to record them. I believe we'll have enough time to do them at least get the drums done at James's new studio. He just moved into a new house, and his basement is it's his studio now. It looks sick. I can't wait to go check it out. But also with Dracula Logic, I can't pull it up or you'll lose me. I forget the exact dates, but we have
What's that all
next
about?
year. They were just announced today or yesterday, I think. It's
So I
two
got
shows
this,
in March, 2 in April, and 2 in May. I believe in Texas, and then one in Chicago, and then Michigan, and then 2 in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
I don't have it in front of me, so I can't remember exactly when and where. If you go to Dracula Logic's Instagram or Facebook, you'll see all the information and links, for tickets and everything like that. So.
Well, it looked like a good crowd out there in Ohio too. That not that long ago when you did the penitentiary thing, right?
Yeah, that was cool. Honestly, I mean, the show was great. But my favorite part was, playing a show on the grounds of that prison where Shawshank Redemption was filmed. It's one of my favorite films of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get the private tour. So all the band dudes, you got this you were able to schedule a time to do a private tour and not be with everyone else at the festival. Like we'd be walking on the opposite side of like a cell block or something, and it'd be like 4 or 5 of us walking through, and there's just people all nuts to butts trying to shimmy through each other. Couldn't imagine trying to go through that with all those people. So
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, we saw some pretty gnarly stuff. We got to go in the attic.
Is that in
Where,
Ohio?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mansfield, right?
Mansfield, yeah.
Yeah.
So we had no idea, the whole time before going up there, there's the watchtower where you were able to see on the other side of this fence that where all the on the other side of this fence there's catering and all the green rooms and where all people were parking, bands were parking. The fence was covered with a big vinyl mural that was Ozzy and all these different other classic metal guys, all their portraits and stuff on there. You couldn't see through the fence, but when you got up in the watchtower, directly over that fence was 2 active running prisons, one being a maximum security, and the other one was not maximum, was but still there's 2 prisons 100 feet away. So we're holy shit.
A lot of bad people.
Yeah, they got to hear. Yeah, they got a free concert that day. But yeah, it was gnarly being up there. Different stories of inmates, crazy shit that happened. But yeah, it was cool. And being able to do this stuff with Dracula was never thought I'd probably wouldn't be playing stuff like that ever again after leaving the Acacia train. So that was nice. Few more checks off the list. So
Right on. Well, good. I'm happy for you. So I got this from a friend of mine the other day for my birthday. Well, last month for my birthday. And who can read it?
Unreadable.
It's unreadable.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Clever.
Oh, man.
As a member of Sanguishuggabogg, I would attest that it's quite readable.
Touche, sir. Sergeant Com said, Jeff, do you have footage of all these fine drummers? I believe Jeff has filmed 3 of these drummers. I don't know about Dobber, but I've also filmed Kevin a bunch of times. My daughters have been on stage. At least one of my daughters have been on stage with Kevin. I think I've seen you guys 6-7 times with Acacia, and you met my daughter.
It was in St. Louis, you said?
No, Jeff is in St. Louis. I was with you at Darien Lake.
Oh, okay. Oh, Dude, my screen is so small, I can't see whose mouth is moving.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's probably like 5-6 years ago.
I get confused with Ian all the time.
We were playing with Guar was there. Was it Municipal Waste maybe? And
That was a Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warped Tour 2017.
And Sam Applebaum was there for Bela Maya. It was a good show. So let's
Sammy Apple Bammy. That's what we call him. That's my nickname for him. Sammy Apple Bammy.
I'm going to take another real quick break and hear a little bit from one of our longtime friends and sponsors, Evans. This is only 15 seconds. So,
the most technically advanced drummers in the world require the most technologically advanced drumheads. Bit of a no-brainer when you think about it. In any case, we're more than happy to oblige.
love Evans. We might as well do a little drop here from Tama. Same thing. Hold tight. There's your boy Bittner. Oh, that's great. Man, that was me and him at NAMM one year, standing right behind Lombardo playing Angel of Death on the side. It was fucking dope.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So, Dobber, I know you said you may have to go early, so I want to get this out of the way now in case you do have to go. I've got some Insect Warfare. I've got the Oceans of Slumber where you're doing the piano, and I've got the new Terror Corps. Was there any preference as to which one you would like me to play first or at all?
I mean, probably the Terror Corps if we're...
Sure.
I got a record coming out in a month, so sure.
All right. Anything else you want to, get prerequisite on that one, or talk about it before I hit play? You played guitar on this. You played drums on this. Did you play everything on this, or just drums and guitar?
Drums and guitar. I produced and engineered the whole thing, and it's all it's all live drums. Cool. I'm super stoked with the drum sound and everything on it, actually. So.
I got a question about this. Is this are you the only member from Malignant Altar on this new band, or
no? Matt, the bass player for Malignant, is singing and playing guitar on this.
Gotcha.
And we just kind of wanted to basically horn in on my past. So it's like fully like dark, evil Texas death metal, No, not slamming stuff or anything. Not yet, anyways. I don't know if we're gonna get into that, but so yeah. Me and Matt.
You perfectly described it, man. I don't know how else I would say, but it's fucking filthy and dark. So
I'd like to say this really quick about Malignant Altar. When I first joined Sanguishuggabogg, the original guitar player, Cameron Boggs, before I played drums on any song, he showed me Malignant Altar. And because of that record, I was asking Cameron, like, well, what kind of drums do you want? He's like, bro, you should fucking go off. And he showed me Malignant Altar while we were at a show to show me that I could go off. So kudos to you, because of you is why I do some like the weird gospel chops and the little, just like feeling free to actually express myself on the kit. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Well, good, man. We need to be expressing ourselves. I mean, we're running the fucking show in all these bands. You know what I mean?
Goddamn right.
and so I'm so tired of all that shit. I'm tired of it's like I get the Niels Fjellstrom stuff, and it's brutally insane and impressive and all that. And he does a lot of fills, at least. But this like lock-in, long distance running fucking marathon playing without anything, and it's all like we went through a whole phase of like drummers with no toms, just because they were.
Yeah.
And I'm all like, man, what the fuck? Like, where's all the fucking flair at? And that's what I wanted to do with Terror Corps. Is now I've got all the decabonds and all that shit, and it's the first time I'm ever playing like a giant drum set. And I'm like, and at the end of this track, it breaks and the guitar comes back in, and I do a full blown Terry Bozzio fucking drum fill at the end of it. So it's with all the crossovers and the cymbals, but I have two opposing hi-hat sets, and so I jump back and forth between them, and then I go into a 9-stroke roll that's like accented 9-stroke roll thing, and so I again was trying to go off, you know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
So
Yeah,
check
well, let's rip it up. And real quick, Kevin, there's a friend of yours here that's going to bed. Says he'll see you soon.
Who the hell is this?
Christopher Sansone.
Oh, Chris, what's up, buddy?
There you go. All right.
Dream sweetly, Chris.
Without further ado, here's some fucking terrifying, ripping death metal from Texas.
Nice. Yeah,
Sick.
yeah, that's
The
right.
Yeah.
opening drum fill is sick as fuck.
Oh, that's absolutely filthy.
Yeah.
How many songs are going to be
Amazing.
on that one?
It's 10 tracks, nine songs, and a Celtic Frost cover.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. Can't wait to hear more.
Now, I have a question about this because okay, according to Spotify, you have an album called Systems of Apocalypse. Is that right?
We have an EP, yeah.
EP. Now, so there are 8 songs in 17 minutes. So is this more of a grindy thing? I mean, again, according to the internet, according to Spotify.
So when
songs-
the inception of the band came with the idea of like kind of crossing over like death grind, you know.
Mhm.
And they had brought, or Matt and Josh, the other guitar player from Malignant Altar, had brought some tracks in, but Matt was like, "Oh, I want to do something kind of grindy," and Josh was, "I want to do something kind of death metal-y." And I was like, "Just give me the songs with click tracks and don't show me anything." And I just went in and like improv the record.
Okay.
And so the record came out kind of it was leaning more grind as far as like the drum approach to it.
Mhm.
But then I wasn't really ready for Malignant Altar to break up. It was just because of like some limp dickness in the fucking band. So and well, I mean, you see some of us are playing and some of us are not. So and so I talked to Matt and I was all like, you know what, we need to I just want to lean into this. I wasn't really ready to stop, and I haven't like done like a proper death metal band in a while, and I just really, so we swapped up more death metal than grinding. There are still some elements in here, but I am doing like a full blown like grindcore band at the moment too. So I'm about to be. It's basically gonna take off where Insect Warfare kind of left off too.
That's what I mean. I appreciate death metal, but grind is more of my like. That's what I thrive on. I mean, just
Yeah, it's called.
I'm excited to hear this.
It's going to be called Filth Crusade.
Nice.
And it's it's going to be just straight like balls out. As much as I can. I mean, there's obviously everybody's fucking crazy as fuck now, but at least I have like some kind of signature enough sound that
Sure.
Today, if the bizarre thing to me, man, is that everybody learns from the same teacher now. Everybody has the same set of videos. Everybody has the same approach to every fucking thing now. And then it's like this, so many bands are like, so many musicians are voiceless because they're just kind of, they're obviously like regurgitating.
Yes.
And so, well, yeah, and it's like you roll experiences in, and this is how you become a musician. I mean, Cody, your villain arc is like exactly the same as mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did the same shit. My dad was into country music and blues and stuff, and so it was a little bit different. But yeah, it was. I grew up hair metal. I grew up Yngwie Malmsteen-ish. We didn't need that, and so fortunately I was able to roll like guitar into playing, and then fortunately I just kind of fell in that I basically was in bands that were like pushed to like play faster, and it sucked in the beginning and I was just all right, but I eventually started like taking drumming seriously, and now look at me.
Fucking Ricky Bobby, dude.
Yeah, I got a scholarship.
Well, let's do this while we're let's throw up Cody. I have 2 ways of showing videos on here. One is how you've seen them so far. The other is I'll share a window to another URL browser, YouTube, because Century Media, of course, has their shit together, and you cannot download their videos no matter how you try.
Yeah.
So I have not tested this, but can I play a song from the new release tomorrow that's on YouTube? I mean,
I don't know. Like
not as far as
even
permissions go, but if
well,
you're
even
cool, I'll play it.
I mean, I consent to you for sure, but I will say this: even when I try to play my own fucking songs, I have an issue posting them on the internet, which is why you don't see very many drum cams. Well, drum cams I'm fine, but if I do anything in the studio, if it's too similar, like what's funny is like we did a DIY live album that I recorded and produced, and even though it was a whole new recording, it was done in the same room as our EP, and those songs got flagged.
Yep.
So
I mean, I'm not trying to monetize this, so I feel fine just playing it for you, like somebody.
I don't
would
know
like
how
to.
your YouTube's channel set up. So like,
Oh no,
all I
no,
can
it's not
say
from my
is that-
channel. It's right from their channel. I'm just showing it to you. So
Yeah, with Sony and Century Media, you got to get shit whitelisted ahead of time, usually.
yeah, well, let's give it a shot because this album comes out tomorrow. I'm gonna try it. If they have a problem with it, they can hit me up and say, "Don't do that again."
I consent personally. Let them know.
Let's see though if it buffers or doesn't play, as quality as the ones I actually have downloaded, then I'll Jeff shoot me a text or something. I don't know if I can hear anybody during this, so if it sounds like shit, Jeff, just shoot me a quick text. All right.
Gotcha.
But we're gonna try it because I want people to see this because you want to go out and fucking get this record tomorrow. Let's try it. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you see it? Does it sound okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Sound okay?
I think so.
All right, I stopped it. There was a couple people saying that it was coming through kind of strange, but I think a lot of people did hear it good, and I don't want it to diminish the value or quality of what you're putting out. So it sounded good to me, but
It's funny to me you played the only song where I don't play real drums.
I had a choice between that and one other that was visibly maybe not cool for some people to watch, and I didn't want to take that chance, but yeah, whatever. The song is cool.
It was definitely neutered, like a bad codec. The video looks cool as shit, though. I just went and added it to my shit over here on YouTube. Yeah, the video looks gnarly. Looks like a fucking Nine Inch Nails video.
Nice.
Or Joel Peter Whitkin inspired.
Yeah, we actually, if you go watch the Nine Inch Nails video, you'll see it's pretty. We pretty much paid homage to it. Yeah, that was the goal for sure.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's killer. I don't know if you're familiar with Joel Peter Whitkin, but that like big inspiration for all that Nine Inch Nails shit. I mean, he actually like designed some of the sets.
I'll have to go check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
I dig all the shades there, Cody.
The shades is the same pair of shades.
You guys just trading them off?
Yeah, we're trading them off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was because like
continuity.
That video, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do because that's the only song where. So the idea was literally we just want to do our own like Godflesh thing, so when we went to the studio. I didn't know if I was going to play like an electronic kit or if I was going to play real drums and we were going to like sample them or if we were just going to use other samples. And one of the Kurt's assistant, Zach Weeks, he was like, hey, I actually have the samples from the same Elisa's drum kit that Godflesh sampled. for their old stuff. So he gave me all those samples, and then while we were staying in the apartment that's above the studio, me and Drew, because Drew wrote this song just guitar, and with the intention of it being like a loop and kind of like a Godflesh thing. And so me and Drew stayed up to like 3 a.m. drinking beer one day, taking those samples that Zach gave me and creating this thing that you hear right now. And so it was kind of cool to like do that on the spot because like when we got to the studio, I had like a drum demo where I was playing the drums, but it was like a little more just simple, like a part that I looped over and over and over. And I don't know, it was pretty cool to kind of like on the spot figure out what that was actually going to be,
Yeah, I was gonna say the Godflesh thing. That and a like old Skin Chamber. I don't know if Devin or ever showed you any of that kind of stuff. If y'all know about it, it was one of the other super nasty industrial metal bands around the same time. But,
okay,
that was
I'm not
fucking
familiar.
cool.
I'll check them out. Thanks.
Yeah, it's neat. It's I mean, if you like Godflesh, you'll like Skin Chamber. It's kind of like death metal guys doing Godflesh.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, that's cool. I've got the record pre-saved and all that shit. I'll be checking it out.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Because that one wasn't perfect for a lot of people, let's just go ahead and throw up another one here that does sound good to check out some more of Cody without any issues on the audio. I don't know if I'm going to play the whole song. It's like 6 minutes. I might cut it a little bit short, but I want to run this one real quick. Check this shit out.
Mark Twain shit. Because it's definitely getting shit to understand.
Start head walking, motherfuckers. Get the fuck up here. Let's go. Let me hear you! Make some fucking noise, motherfucker! You're dead! Fuck you! Metal's not good, radio it's over. Carnage out your flesh. Blood is filthy, your skin peeling when you find your bed. As I'm guarding, you're just running. One more from your life. You're the scorpion, the surviving. song goes out to everybody here. This song's called Pissed.
Nice. I'll cut that one there.
Thanks.
Just nasty heavy. It's funny because I can see the thumbnails of everybody when the video takes over the screen, and I can't see, you know, what you guys are looking at. And Cody's over there fucking air drumming to his own shit. It's funny. Right on, right on.
There's a ride pattern. I go didn't. I always think waka flocka waka flocka.
Well, on that note,
Rest in peace, St. Vitus too.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I was lucky enough to work there at the last 6 months of them being open. So I think I was on tour when this actually performance was going on. So that's, yeah. Wish I never got to play there, but got to see a lot of sick shows there and meet Dave Lombardo. That was fucking rad.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, what would you rather I play here for you, Mateo? We've got the GORGATRON song that I talked to you about earlier before the stream, the Blatant Evolution, or we could throw up Apostles to the Grave.
Well, I would just play GORGATRON. I didn't write the drums for Pyrexia, so that's just me playing other people's shit.
That's all right.
Which is sick, but, you know.
All right, well, let's do that.
Hopefully the next record.
We'll throw this one up here, and then we'll kind of go around and kind of give a little bit. Each of you got to give a little bit of a summary as to what you got coming up, where people can keep in touch with you, and we'll call it a day, man. This has been so much fun. And by the way, Soli or Anthony, if you're there, all the people on Twitch that are regulars in my Twitch, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Who rated? I'm curious to know who rated us. But let's just cue this up here. This is some handiwork from Mateo Johnson. Check it out. It's like 2:45. Not a long one. So let's jump right into it.
great. A song I dropped a stick on. That's pretty sick.
Happens to the best of us.
Whatever.
There's a funny story about that show, actually, is my buddy Anthony that I met at Obscene Extreme, who's like good friends with Rustin, the dude that's like
Rustin Gross, yeah.
Skeletal Remains now.
He's so good.
He ended up filming that, but we were doing a sound check earlier that day, and we were in Florida, and it was right when the hurricane was coming, so like the power went out right before the show. But during the sound check, I was, in Florida, so I played the opening to Behold Judas, and the drummer of Torch was there, Rick Smith, and somehow him and I ended up becoming friends. And just like a few weeks ago, I ran into him in London, which was fucking crazy as hell. But small world.
Hell yeah. We talk about Roddy and Behold Judas in the same interview.
Yeah.
No.
I love iMonarch. That's like my holy grail.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, let's start. What happened to Cody? He's pulling a Kevin on us.
He's going to pop up in the back seat of Kevin's car.
Hey.
There he is.
What's up, Kevin? Right on. Well, let's. Jeff, do you have any other questions at all, or?
Do you guys collect records? Do you want to be on my podcast?
I'm going to show you all the copies of Van Halen 2 I have on vinyl.
Dude, I don't care.
I got like 3 or 4 of them, actually.
That's cool.
I got a couple Diver Downs, too. I fucking love Van Halen 2 and Diver Down are like my 2 favorites.
Yeah, Jeff does the same thing. He'll take 3, 4, 5, 6 of the same one. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Some of them I've got 10 or 20. Dobber, real quick. Do you have vinyl I can buy from you as far as your projects?
We
should talk after the show instead of like, no. Okay, so
whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't tend to keep too much shit. I don't like fucking with any of that shit anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's such a pain in the ass to mail shit out and do everything these days. So
it is. It is a major inconvenience, and man,
and after a billion years, you get sick of doing that stuff. So you're like, yeah.
Oh, your collection is so fucking insane, Jeff. All right, here's what we're gonna do real quick. I've got so many people popping in down here. If it's not Kevin, it's Cody. What the fuck?
There he is.
It just kept getting like white noise.
All right.
I have no idea what anybody said for the last like 4 minutes. So
That's all right. We weren't talking about much of all and anything. It's all so good. I was gonna say, Jeff, how fast could you get up from your chair and grab your top 3 favorite records to show everybody?
Oh, dude, no, that would take much too long.
He's getting an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Hey, Cody. Hey, you were talking about the Mr. Crowley. You played at your talent show, right?
Hang on.
Do you have a favorite version of Mr. Crowley from Ozzy? Like one of the recordings, live recordings, something? Do you have any? Is there a preference on?
Just really quick, can you guys hear me? Because the audio I'm getting back, it's fucking terrible.
No, you sound talking through a fan.
Yeah, it's very, very
like cutting out a bunch now.
choppy.
Yeah, you got to fucking.
Yeah, can anybody hear me? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you, Kevin. Yeah, but Cody is just like, no, that's.
Oh no.
Let's start with Mateo. Why don't you give us a quick little roundup of what you got coming up here? You got a tour coming up. I know you're going to be on Vinyl Bang. Where can we find you? Anything else that's going on? Where you can, people can get in touch with you?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all that crap.
It's kind of a dumb question, right? I should just not even ask that
I mean,
anymore. Oh, Instagram.
Facebook,
What's that?
Instagram. Yeah, right now I just got I'm doing a double duty tour with Pyrexia and Gorgatron, opening for Abysmal Dawn and Crypt, starting November 1st to December 1st. Doing the whole country, basically. Couple days in Canada. And then Pyrexia has like actually that's next week. We're doing a festival in Brooklyn. I can't Mutilated Fest, October 18th at the Meadows. Then we have like one other show, and then that's it for the year. Got some other stuff that can't announce yet or can't talk about.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. Just got done recording drums for a new album for Gorgatron a couple months ago. Did that in Brooklyn. So
I'm actually, you recorded with Cade, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, didn't she do some stuff with you guys at the Studio G?
Just sat in on some stuff and hung
Okay.
out, and we just bullshitted. But I saw her posting stuff about tracking you guys, so I was like, oh, that's neat, super cool.
Yeah, she just did the drums for us. Because I'm originally from Fargo, North Dakota, so I just moved out here a couple of years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
big change.
That's isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks living there. It's cold as fuck. That's why there's not a lot of like really great musicians from there. It's kind of like a not, popular thing to do there. It's you farm and be drunk.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's some bands from there, that are great bands, but it's just not a lot of great like music schools. And I was the black sheep of my town as far as like listening to Dimmu Borgir and Cephalic Carnage. No one even knew what the hell that was. So
yeah.
Well, I just saw James. I just saw James Capolino a couple weeks ago. He was doing sound for the Nile tour. So you'll be hanging out with him. He's a killer fucking player. And Charles Elliott's one of my favorite people, man. He's so goddamn talented. I love Abysmal Dawn.
Yeah, I saw them years ago with Hate Eternal and Origin and Vital Remains.
Well, like Leveling the Plane of Existence, or later than that. I mean,
2012. It was like right kind of when Kaiser was coming into Origin. Nice. I think that was actually one of his first tours with them. So 2012, I want to say.
Yeah, that one's not. Yeah.
I have a tour poster for it, or I still have the flyer for it somewhere buried. I still keep all that crap.
I'm thinking Obsolescence, but I can't remember the dates.
Yeah, it might have been on the Obsolescence album. Because I think I bought that one on vinyl.
Great band. I'm stoked for you. That should be a fun tour. If it's anywhere, I got to look at the dates again. I looked at it once. I don't think you're coming anywhere near me, but.
Yeah, I believe they're. Oh, yeah. Chrysian's doing the Conquerors of Armageddon, or it's like the 25th anniversary of that. So.
Oh, wow. That'd be cool.
I'm sure they'll be playing a lot of that album. So.
Yeah, that'd be super sick.
Yo.
Yo.
You guys
Dobber,
hear me now?
where are you at? Where at in Texas are you? Houston?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm in Houston.
Okay, yeah, we're playing Houston on the 8th.
8th of November?
Yeah.
Where are y'all playing?
Let's see here.
Is it Scout or White Oak?
Scout Bar, yeah.
I might actually be able to run over there. That's like 10 minutes from my house. It's oddly enough. The only issue for me is I'm in the first year of a little girl again, so I haven't been able to get out and do fucking anything. I've been playing shows. I just got back from Mexico and all that shit, but
sick.
So I can't burn up too much stuff. But the Bog is coming soon, right? Aren't they? They're playing in Texas soon?
Yeah.
I might be able to bust out in the middle of the day, maybe go eat barbecue with you cats. And as far as you, Mateo, I might be able to come to the show. I'd love to go see Max. I mean, he's. I love old Chrysian. Like, that shit was fucking unhinged. Absolutely,
dude.
Madness.
Cool. Well, then let's just round down to Cody. What else you got coming up? Anything on the horizon we want to talk about? Where people can get it? Yeah, Instagram. Yep, we know that.
So yeah, our new album comes out tomorrow, and we're doing our first headliner tour, or not our first headliner tour, but our first headliner tour for this album in 3 weeks with Despised Icon, Defeated Sanity, and Corpse Pile. So it's gonna be cool, and we're gonna be playing a bunch of new songs. We've been playing a few songs already, so hopefully anybody who's seen us likes them. And yeah, that's what we got going on.
Nice. Well, good luck with the record, man. I can't wait to hear the whole thing. I've heard most of it, but not the whole thing, and it's fucking fantastic.
Thank you.
Love it. Right on. Kevin, what about you, man?
Can you hear me first off?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. So for me, Instagram, Facebook, nothing else really, as far as social media. And so Atomic Rule has 2 shows in 3 shows in November, a couple shows in December. You can find all that stuff at Atomic Rule Band on Instagram. I don't think we have a Facebook.
No, you don't.
So yeah, definitely on Instagram. You can find everything out on there, details. Dracula Logic, we have the shows next year. We're actually going to be writing some music, which is cool. I'll be part of that. So I think most of this break before we do those shows, and it's March, April, and May, 2 shows in each month. Like I said earlier, I don't have them offhand in front of me, so go to Dracula Logic on Instagram and Facebook. Have all the info there. That's really about it. Oh, I should mention, I do have a band here at home in New York. I joined, I think it was early 2024. It's called Carnwennan. It's Doom. We don't have anything out with me on it yet, but we did just record a cover song. We're going to put it out on Halloween. I don't want to say what it is yet because it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's it. Carnwennan, I think we have a couple shows before the year's over. But they're all local around here, mostly like Western Mass or the Capital Region area of New York. But yeah, that's all I got.
Well, if I'm ever down in your neck of the woods, or if I hook up with Jason to go see that kid, I will definitely get in touch with you as well. And
I'm on down, buddy.
maybe Corey Pierce can jump in the Matt fucking Burn. You get a whole train of us going to play this.
Oh, dude. Kid. First off, Jason's fucking basement is like a drum museum.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
It's pretty insane.
Yeah, it's like the back room of like a drum store. Like that dude. Oh, just so much cool shit in there, dude.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I just saw Hatebreed a few weeks ago, and I live in Rochester, New York, and Dan Lilker obviously is from Rochester, New York as well, so I've known him my whole life. He jumped up with Hatebreed and played "Kill Yourself." It was awesome, absolutely awesome. Sorry, I had to share that. Kill yourself. It was really cool. Dobber.
Oh yeah.
Your turn, sir.
Oh, Terror Corpse record comes out in a month, November 21st. We're playing some shows with Ulcerate. We're headlining the Decibel Beer and Metal Fest, the pre-show. Then Necrofier is playing Saturday with Acid Bath.
Fuck yeah, I saw that.
At the Necrofier, I don't know if it's Necrofier just signed. We left Season of Mist and signed with Metal Blade. So we're putting a new record out, like, I don't know, February or something like that.
Right on.
So, yeah, a bunch of shit coming up. I got to try and make sure I got my act together to go play with Ulcerate so I don't make a fool of myself.
They've only been in my town or near my town once in my whole life, and I was out of town when Jamie St. Murat came through with them, and I was pissed. I've been wanting to see that band play for so long. They're incredible. I love them, and good for you. I'm jealous. Fuck that. So
I think that's about all that's going on. I don't know. There's something else happening, I'm sure, but I don't know. Oh, we're playing with we're doing some show with Fugitive, the Power Trip guys.
Yeah.
I think that's like November 21st in Austin, and that should be pretty raging. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We're starting to get hit up by some Euro festivals for Terror Corpse already.
Awesome.
Which is cool, because the band's been around for all of 3 months.
Yeah.
But I think the record is going to do really good because we've already got some press stuff back for the full length, and so I think if you're into death metal, you're going to see the record around a lot, which is cool.
Awesome. Well, much love and continued success to all of you. Kevin, pronounce the name of pronounce the name of your local new band again, please.
Carnwennan.
Okay, Kevin, you want to spell that for us?
Okay, you ready? Carnwennan.
Carnwennan. All right, there you go.
Carnwennan. So I have no idea what the fuck that even was. The singer, guitar player, he named the band. That was like 2 years ago, and it is the name of King Arthur's little dagger.
Thank you, Soli.
Yes. So now we all know what Carnwennan is.
Oh,
how to say it, how to spell it. No, C. Maybe it is. Maybe it is for
gotcha,
King Arthur.
C.
Yeah, but yeah, Carnwennan. There's all sorts of variations. Carnweenies, Carnwean. That's written in the bathroom of the practice space. We wrote there. Carnwean. How's it going? But yeah,
right on.
Carnwennan.
And thank you for that, Kevin. And Filth Crusade, when can we expect to hear something from that?
Oh, it's just somebody's asking about it.
Yeah.
Chat. I don't know. I think we're probably going to wind up tracking the record in December, something like that. Right. I'm going to try and do a 2-3 mic setup to make it kind of live off of a compressor. So it should be really fucking nasty sounding. I'm hoping.
Sick.
Right on.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for that, Dobber. Really want.
It'll be cool. I imagine we're not really trying to do it live, but as stuff happens, I'm sure we'll get some offers worth doing. So we'll try maybe. I was gonna re-record the Infernal Dominion stuff and get Devin to sing on it, but I ain't talked to him yet. See if he's listening still.
He's here. He's already talking about joining a band and having you over to Kevin's house. Something like that in chat. I saw Acid Bath, by the way. I've loved Acid Bath since like 1992, 93, whatever. And I didn't think I'd ever see them. And me and my wife went a month ago to Syracuse, and they played with High on Fire and Windhand, I believe. And first of all, it was awesome to see High on Fire and hang out with Pike, which is cool. But not only did I get to see Acid Bath in my lifetime, they put fucking chairs on stage for me and my wife behind Zach's drum kit, one on each side. And we sat there and filmed 2 angles HD, and they're sending me a board dump. Actually, they were going to send me a board dump from Texas where Jeff saw them, but that didn't work out. So we're taking the soundboard dump from Syracuse. And I didn't even know it the night I was there, but their sound guy was Jarrett Pritchard.
Yeah.
And he's mixing it and sending me the whole fucking thing done. Unbelievable night, man. I'll never forget it. They sounded amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was bucket list shit, man. It was really cool.
Well, that's cool that he was on the tour. Like I saw him in Houston. Whenever I was setting up the cameras for Zach, I saw him and I was like, JP, just for a second and then gone.
What do you mean? No one knows who you are?
Mm-hmm.
Well, everyone knows who you are.
Everybody knows who I am.
He likes grind.
Crazy.
That's why grind is in his name.
Yeah.
Much love, dude.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, we're going to wrap this up here. I want to thank you guys all for taking the time to fucking hang out and do this. I wish you all nothing but the best. Health, continued success, the best with your new baby, and your daughter, Kevin, and your wedding next weekend, Jeff, my brother.
Thank you.
Fucking be safe. If you guys are ever around, upstate New York, Western New York, I should say, Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, hit me up. If you guys are ever near St. Louis, hit Jeff up. We'll get some more footage.
Yeah, and if you collect records, come on my podcast.
Hell yeah.
Final bang. Look at Ian's shirt. Look at this.
I thought it said unreadable.
Final bang.
Cody, that was so funny. You're like, I can say that being in Sanguishuggabogg, your logo's pretty readable.
By the way, Devin says yes, Dobber. He texted me just now on the side. He said he was down.
There you go.
Yeah. I found the rehearsal demos for the full second record, and I was like, man, I'll try and talk to these fucking fools and see what's up. But Devin and I have talked before about doing some evil shit, and so if I retrack all the Infernal Dominion shit and Mike doesn't want to do it, then I would hit up Devin immediately.
Nice.
Right on. Thank you to everybody who joined us in chat from both YouTube and Twitch. Thank you to my mods. Thank you for rating us out of here solely. I might actually go on and play some drums in about a half an hour. We'll see what happens, but if you guys are around in half an hour and you're bored, you can go to Twitch TV /6hour magazine, and I'll be playing some drums. But
Solid.
Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it. Be safe, be healthy. Like I said, much love. Congrats on all your success, Kevin, especially with you, doing what you got to do, being the dad, the real estate thing, still fucking playing drums, still doing the thing, man. It's inspiring, man. Appreciate you.
Can't stop, won't stop.
That's right. All right. We'll be playing another one of these pretty soon. I'll let you guys know on social media, and I'll end these like I do every other time and just say we are done. You guys hang on for 2 seconds. Thanks to everyone. Brennan, again, in chat. Devin, again, and Angel, thank you for showing up and hanging out. We'll see you guys next time, man.
See you guys.
Thank you.